from there. Welcome to the 186th District Court. Court is in session. This is cause number 2021 CR 0199. State of Texas versus Hector de la Cruz. We're here today for a plea. We're conducting this hearing via video conference using the Zoom application. We are also using YouTube to live stream the proceedings to keep the hearing public. Time now is 11:23 a.m. on the 28th day of July 2021. These proceedings are official. They're on the record, and they're being recorded by the official court reporter. Counsel and all present are instructed to act as though you are in court, and all are instructed not to record the proceedings. And if I could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state of Texas, please.
Travis Banks of the state of Texas.
Justin Fox for the defense.
Sir, are you the same Hector de la Cruz charged by indictment with possession of marijuana from 4 ounces to 5 pounds? Is that you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to use a function of Zoom called share screen. I'm going to show you the indictment and ask you, are you familiar with this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do we waive reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
Going to get out of share screen. I'll note there is a discovery acknowledgement. It's been signed and dated by both sides. I'm doing the same, and I make it a part of the record. Also note that there is an application for deferred adjudication of community supervision. I'll make that a part of the record as well. Mr. de la Cruz, we're going to go back into share screen. I'm going to show you a document. It's called the defendant's consent to plea by video conference. I'm scrolling down and using my cursor to circle around electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing this form, you're telling me two things. One, you understand that normally we do pleas live in an open court, but that you are consenting to do this plea by video conference. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Secondly, your electronic signature on this document, as well as all of your other electronic signatures of yours in the plea pack in front of me here today, you're telling me that those are valid as if you personally signed them. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
I approve the consent and I make it a part of the record. We're still in share screen, but I've switched over to another document called the court's admonishments. I'll scroll through as it's several pages and ask you, are you familiar with this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Bottom of page 4 is electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes, Your Honor.
Going to get out of share screen. By signing the court's admonishments, you're telling me that you understand the court's admonishments and that you understand the rights are contained within it. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that you want to give up those rights. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the rights you're giving up is you have the right to a trial by jury. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent, which includes the right not to incriminate yourself and not plead today. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing this, you're also telling me you understand the consequences of a plea and the sentencing range for the offense, which is anywhere from 180 days to 2 years in the state jail and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand that before you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've applied for deferred adjudication, sir, and there are risks and benefits associated with that. The benefits are, is if it's granted, then you will not be found guilty of the offense. Instead, you'll be placed on community supervision, which if you're successful at that, the case is dismissed. But the risks are, if you're not successful, you could be revoked. And if you are revoked, then you would be found guilty of the offense on that day, and you're subject to the full sentencing range I just announced. Did you understand that before you applied for deferred adjudication?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you still wish to apply?
Yes, Your Honor.
I approve the waivers that are contained within the court's admonishments, and I make them a part of the record. Sir, we're going to go back into share screen. We're going to show you the plea bargain in this case. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Electronic signature to the left, I'm using my cursor to circle around. There's another one to the right. I'm using my cursor to circle around. Are these your two signatures?
Yes, Your Honor.
This document details for me your agreement with the state as far as punishment is concerned, and I will let you know if I'm going to follow this prior to the entry of your plea. Punishment will be assessed with 9 months in the state jail and a $1,500 fine. The state will be silent on your application for community supervision or deferred adjudication. And your signature to the left waives your appeal. Is that your understanding of the agreement, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, is that your understanding as well?
It is, Your Honor.
I'm going to get out of share screen. Sir, I'm not bound by a plea bargain. I do not have to follow this. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If I do follow a plea bargain, then you lose your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's true unless I grant you permission to appeal or unless certain motions are filed and ruled upon. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, any such rulings in this case?
No, Your Honor.
If I do not follow the plea bargain, then I will allow you to withdraw the plea and will proceed to trial as if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll note again, one of your signatures on the plea bargain waives your appeal. Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
If not, then a plea of guilty or no contest to the offense would have serious adverse effects on your immigration status. And I'll note that you certified on the court's admonishments that you are an American citizen. Counsel, do you believe that your client has a factual or rational understanding of the charge pending against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's been able to assist you in the defense?
Yes,
Do you believe he's mentally competent to waive rights and enter a plea here today?
he is.
Sir, to the offense that's listed on your indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Do you understand you can still be found guilty under a no contest plea?
Yes.
Other than the plea bargain, did anyone promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No.
Anyone force you or coerce you to plead today?
No, Your Honor.
If you're going over this case with your attorney, do you believe that pleading here today is in your best interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does the state have anything to offer to support the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
No objection.
It's admitted. I reviewed State's Exhibit 1 and attachments prior to getting on the record and find that it is sufficient to support the plea. Sir, I find that your plea was freely, intelligently, and voluntarily made. There was sufficient evidence to support the plea and that you're mentally competent to enter into such a plea. I'm going to order a pre-sentence investigation report and a TAP evaluation. We'll come back on another day for sentencing. Because the state is silent on the sentencing, as far as your application, I should say, or community supervision, this will be a sentencing where you have to actually appear in the courtroom, Mr. De La Cruz. I'm also about ready to conclude this hearing, but you need to stay on Zoom when I do. You're going to meet with our liaison officer from the probation department to go over your appointments and such for the pre-sentence investigation report. Is there anything else from either side in regards to the plea?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, this matter is concluded for now. We are in recess until